Attention, interest, desire, and action. The AIDA model tells marketers how to sell a product to the potential customers. Mainly, it tells us what are the steps a person will go through before making a purchase on any product. And these four are the original steps. Alright, now before I continue, I need to remind you to subscribe to the channel. It will help me out a lot. And to the people that have already subscribed, thank you so much for doing that. Let's move on with the video. Now, before making a sale, you have to go through some steps. A potential customer is not just going to start buying from you as soon as you launch your product. First, you will have to get their attention. They have to know that you exist. Then, you need to make them interested in whatever you are selling. If they are not interested, they will just move on. You might have had their attention, but they are likely to just move on if they are not interested. Then you have to invoke a desire in them. Finding something interesting is good. But there's a difference between, hey, that's cool, and hey, I want that. Only one of them will help you make the sale. They have to have a need for your product or a service. Then lastly, get them to act on their desire. That is your ultimate goal. You want them to buy from you, don't you? And you might see the AIDA model represented as an upside down pyramid from time to time. That is most likely because the number of people that will be interested in you will be less than the number of people that will give you attention. And less than that will be the number of people that will have the desire to buy from you, and even less than that will actually buy from you. I will talk about these steps and how to reach each of them. But before that, this model is attributed to Saint Elmo Lewis. He came up with the AIDA model in 1890s. At first, he published an article where he talked about the first three. Then in 1910s, he added the fourth one. Later on, other letters were added, and you can have a full marketing campaign with the 4 stages. Different strategies can be executed in order to go through the 4 stages. Or you can also have a 30-second ad where you can try to invoke all attention, interest, desire, and action at once. Which one is better? The answer is, it depends. It depends on the amount of resource you have. How much time and money you have to promote your product or service. A completely new startup might only have the resources to create just a banner ad where they can still try all of this. Now, one by one. Attention, also sometimes called awareness. This is just about advertising your product and making it known to people. You also need to make a conscious effort to make sure that your target market is mostly exposed to your campaign. You can also do this by running PR campaigns. In any stadium, you will see the names of various brands written everywhere. Well, they're trying to let you know that they exist. You'll get a lot of examples on ads on YouTube. There are brands that are trying to get your attention. These are the ones that just want you to know that they exist. Now let's talk about interest. Possibly the hardest part of the model. You have to make sure your target customers are interested in your product or service. You can do that in different ways. Sometimes there are marketing campaigns and you will see half-complete advertisements without telling you what the product is. In cases like that, they are skipping the attention section and trying to get your interest. It is likely that the brand is already well known. But if the brand is not that well known, it is better to grab attention first and then try to get the people interested in you with breaking down what your product or service is about. The target customer should know exactly what you are doing and how it will benefit them. That will likely make them interested. But there is another thing. Do not try to overpromise. You might have a flashy marketing campaign, but if your actual product is not that interesting and the customers see that you are not actually everything that was promised in the ads, they will go away and never come back. And after interest, you have to evoke the desire in the potential customers so that they buy from you. They have to feel the need to buy from you. How do you do that? In this stage, you already have their attention and interest. You have to communicate with them how your brand is superior to your competitors, or how they have not experienced anything like you and they need to try your product. There are infomercials that can be examples out there, or sometimes in YouTube, an entire video can be sponsored by a brand and the video will be about how using a certain product or service is likely to improve your life. I'm not talking about a sponsored segment at the end of a video where the video was about gaming and the ad was about VPN. I'm talking about an entire 10-minute video where they will tell you about how using a certain product or service has improved their life, and at the end of the video you will know that the video was sponsored by that certain brand or a brand that is related to the product they have been talking about in the entire video. YouTube requires you to tell the viewers whether the video was sponsored or not. By the way, this video was not sponsored by anyone. Now, the last step would be action. This stage is about converting your potential customers into paying customers. By now, they have some amount of desire to buy from you. All you have to do is make it easier for them to do so, or give them a little incentive to buy from you sooner rather than later. There should be some call to action like where the customers can buy the products and how they can get it easily. Maybe offer them a free trial, like so many online services do so. Or maybe give a huge amount of discount for a small period of time. That might create the sense of urgency. There are other different offers like free shipping that can also be added that can nudge the people to buy from you. That was AIDA, and beforehand I said that there are other letters that were added to the model. Let's talk about them. Some have added R, AIDA-R, R for retention. Retaining the customers can be much easier than getting completely new customers. Some have added S, S for satisfaction. Satisfying the customers will make sure they spread positive word of mouth. And some have added C and S, making AIDCAS. I've already talked about satisfaction. A little confidence in your brand will help them to go through with the purchasing action. Those were some added letters with AIDA. There are other models as well, but this video was about AIDA. I hope you understand the model. If you have any questions, you can comment below. I might answer your question below, or I might answer your question in the community section. You can like, share, subscribe, and you can directly support me on Patreon if you want to. Watching another video in this channel is going to help the channel grow. And now, a small bonus section. Nobel Prize winner in physics in the year 1912. The winner was this person. He made regulators that was used in lighthouses and that helped to reduce gas consumption in lighthouses. And that is it. This is the official end of this video. Thank you so much for watching if you are still watching. I really hope you have learned something new today. And don't forget to take care of yourself. The person that knows you best is actually you. You can take care of yourself. And lastly, Goodbye for now.